Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Mediak podcast. This is episode 56. Every time right before we start recording, I ask
You just
Jack.
barely forget.
Yeah, I just
Oh,
barely. Yeah, I asked Jack what the episode is. He tells me, and then I start the episode, and then I almost forget
yeah.
what number it
This
is.
one was impressive because I told you just seconds before we started.
Literally seconds before, like you were like, "Okay, it's 56. 3, 2, 1," and then I did the intro.
Yeah, but you know what?
I said it correctly this time, so
You
like I'm
did. Well, I
proud.
mean, you did say it correctly. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Last episode, you just
I
straight up
no, I
didn't
think
say
it was
it.
2 episodes ago,
Oh,
in which
okay.
I just said the right. I just completely said the wrong number.
Yeah, but
It's okay.
could be worse.
It definitely definitely could be worse. I could have done it more. I almost do it every episode, but only
Yeah,
one
right.
so far.
At
I've
least you
is
don't. You know,
Yeah,
I
exactly.
don't know what. At least you don't do, but
Shut up. At least I'm entertaining to some people. At least.
yeah, to certain people.
So
Fuck.
what?
I fucked up an email for work. I was like, I delivered your computer. And they were like, well, great. Where to? Oh, your office. Sorry.
That's cool, Jack.
Thanks.
Sorry to be very mean on that one. I thought that would be quite funny. Uh, so thank you everyone that has been commenting and liking and watching the interview that we did with Stephen McKinley Henderson because that's been popping off recently. And thank you
Oh,
for anyone
yeah.
who's
I'm
been
gonna
like
do that.
subscribing and stuff.
Later.
You gonna do
I'm
what?
gonna I'm gonna do the thing. I'm
Oh, the
gonna
thing.
advertise it.
Okay, yeah,
Should
I
I
know.
advertise the Stephen McKinley Henderson post or the Dune post?
Uh,
Stephen McKinley Henderson, probably.
yeah,
Cool.
yeah. That's probably what's gonna get us more popular, and that's what the goal is. Speaking of Dune, that's what this episode is. Just saying,
Yeah, we're doing Dune,
we're doing Dune.
just in case you're wondering.
Got to say it every episode. Jack, whenever you're
Yeah.
ready. Oh my God, sorry. So this movie also suffered from a lot of other issues that came around. Movies that came out were supposed to come out around the time of the it's blanking my head, the COVID stuff.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so like it not only got hurt by the lack of people going to theaters because it only made 147 million so far, which is it is very very good for a COVID release, but like for a movie of this kind of grand scale, probably uh would be higher if it wasn't just COVID and stuff like that.
Yeah. I
Um,
mean, such as whatever. It's difficult. It's just gonna be the way it is.
mhm. For a
Do we have a
while.
Facebook for Mediac?
What?
Do we have a Facebook for Mediac?
No. Why would we have a
Interesting.
Facebook?
I don't know. This Instagram now is to boost my thing. It wants me to.
Get a Facebook?
Yeah. Isn't that weird?
Let's not do that.
Oh, I might have to. I
But
kind
like,
of want to promote this post.
okay, I really want to promote it too, but like, Facebook's for losers.
Yeah, but I mean, that doesn't mean we have to do anything with Facebook. We just let it lay dormant.
I mean, okay, yeah, that's true. There's no but. You can do it.
Okay. We'll figure that out later.
Okay, sounds good. So, budget of the film was $165 million. So it has not made back its money yet, but it was also sold on not sold on. It was
HBO.
Yeah, it was on HBO. So it probably got some sort of money from that or something like that. You know.
Probably. I mean, yeah, I was gonna say, you have to know. I don't know how profit works from that, but if
I
you're
actually
going
don't
to put
either.
it out on a streaming platform, it's not gonna make the same amount of money it would in box office.
Yeah, not even close. But
Yeah.
like, still, it's a little complicated. Uh,
Yeah.
the movie itself, though, Jack, what'd you think of it?
I liked it. I mean, it didn't blow my mind, but at the same time, if you make anything Dune related, I'm probably gonna like it, you know?
I think the reason why it didn't blow your mind was because of the fact that it is a part one, and this
Yeah.
was just like the setup.
Yeah. It's yeah, I get what you're saying. It's like any of the first new Star
Yeah.
Wars movies. Like none of them were great, but that's because it's strictly laying groundwork. I don't know why that's
Well,
a horrible comparison. This is much better than
yeah,
Star
I
Wars
was
movies,
literally just
but
about to say this is better than every single one of the Star Wars movies.
yeah, but I don't know. I can't think of anything else that like I went to see in theaters and I was like, this is good, but I don't know why it's not great.
No,
And
I
for
know
the
why
same
it's not
reason.
great. It's because it doesn't have the commercials and all that stuff kind of promised more action when this is more of like a talking exposition setup movie for what we're going to get in parts 2 and 3.
Yeah. And I don't know, there's a lot. So my main thing, it's not even really a thing. It's just that I was considering as to why it's not my favorite thing in the world. It's probably in my top like 10, you know.
Of all
Just
time?
the fact, yeah, just the
Just out
fact
of
that
hypeness and
they
stuff.
did Dune justice, you know?
Yeah.
Like they're making a good movie franchise out of it, which is so makes me so happy. But
Hmm.
there is a lot of things. I'm not going to go in depth because most of the people who are going to be watching aren't probably uh, Dune nerds like I am, but there's a lot of things that are missing that were in the original books that are going to come in part two. Like uh, our main man, Stephen Henderson, in
Mr.
this movie.
Henderson did an absolute phenomenal
Uh,
job.
Yeah, he did. I liked him a lot in this. He played Thufir Hawat, and Thufir didn't get a whole lot. Thufir is a very important character. He's the greatest mentat. Like he's one of the best mentats. Uh, in so he's a crucial role, and he's a great ally to have. So the fact that he had like four lines was really weird to me. uh that, and there's this big plot thing where the antithesis or the heel to Paul is this character called Fade Routha. And Fade is a Harkonnen, he's brother of Raban. So what's his name? The guy who's in Guardians of the
Dave
Galaxy.
Batista.
Yes. So his brother, Dave Bautista's brother,
Hmm.
is Fade Routha. Fade Routha is like the other potential Kwitzak Haderach, I believe. Uh,
Okay, wait, real quick. Can you? Sorry, I'm away from the mic. I was scratching my leg. Can you explain those guys, the H people? I
the
forget their name.
the bad people,
Yeah. Can you explain like
the Harkonnen, yeah,
yeah? Can you explain what the Harkonnen leader was?
Baron Harkonnen, yeah. Baron Harkonnen is supposed to be uh, this disease-ridden, horrible guy. He runs this planet that he's constantly in the books surrounded by like little boys who he does whatever, he does with. He's just this ultimate evil. He's bad in every sense. He just kills people to kill people. He lives on this, like hell planet basically. It's just all dark and grim and gross. Uh and he just lives to kill the Atreides. And he used to run the most important planet in the world or in the universe, the most important planet in the world. Jesus Christ, Jeff. Uh,
That's pretty
um,
funny.
used to run Arrakis. Arrakis holds spice like the most important resource in the universe. And he brings the Atreides in, or in the Emperor is scared of the Atreides. They're getting powerful, so he goes over to the Harkonnens and specifically the Baron, and he goes, "Hey, if I bring the Atreides to Arrakis, do you want to sneak in there, kill them, and then we can be buddies?" And Baron's like, "Fuck yeah!" So he gets his great revenge in this movie. But yeah, Baron's, he's like the Darth Vader.
Yeah, I just didn't understand why he would grow so tall sometimes.
Oh, because he floats.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, that makes so much more sense.
yeah. He's so grotesquely out of shape. He just doesn't move. He is like a thing. He just floats.
Oh,
That's why
is that what the
remember
metal thing in the back in his back is, or?
correct. Yes.
Okay.
when
Okay.
when uh
I saw
what's his
whenever he was on
face?
the roof, but I didn't understand that very much.
Yes, that's exactly yeah.
Yeah.
He just floats.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I
I
get
was
it now.
confused. I was like, it's the bad guy.
I was so
But you're
confused.
talking
I
about the
was like,
floating.
why is he up? So no, no, no. Like me and Jack saw the movie together yesterday, and
Yes.
I just had to reserve. I wanted to hold back everything. I was like, I'm not gonna ask questions, even though I am confused in some parts. I just want to wait till the podcast so we can talk about it.
Yeah.
I'm so much less confused now. I had there was so much confusion like running through my body, Jack. You have
Just
no
for
idea.
that,
Yes, I was like, what the fuck is going on? Because he would
that's
just do
hilarious.
things sometimes, and I'd be like, why?
Yeah. He's just like he chopped what's his face's head off.
Hmm.
The um the medic kind of guy, I
Yeah,
forgot his
the
name.
guy with the Tsunade diamond on his head.
Yes. Oh fuck. What is his name? I can't
Begins with a
remember.
P, doesn't it?
Maybe. I don't remember. It's unimportant, but uh yes. So the moral of the story is that they made Dune more commercially available to people who are getting into Dune. And while that doesn't appease the nerd Jack, it does appease I can show this to my girlfriend and she's going to enjoy it and want to learn about Dune,
I want to learn
which
about doing that. This movie made me very interested in the universe.
which is great. That's really what I want. Because I fucking love Dune. And I think it's one of the better universes, like
No, this was
sci-fi.
awesome. I loved it so much. I was immediately thrown into it and thought that I like there wasn't a single part about it that I was like, this is not something I'm the most excited for. Like
Yeah.
everything new and sci-fi that they showed was really cool and interesting. And I dead ass like left the theater wanting to dress up as Paul in his still suit for
Yeah,
Halloween.
right.
It was so cool. I just was like, I want that. I actually looked for costumes for still suits, and
Me
there is
too.
none. There's not a single one. It's ridiculous, isn't it?
Yeah, I really wish there was something,
I
but
know it's so
alas.
cool.
Yeah, yeah, it is super cool. The whole universe is very cool. And I understand people saying they got Zendaya baited, because you did.
Yeah, you really
Like,
did.
but that was just the point. I also there was like just a weird feedback noise that I got that sounded like a chihuahua, but
What? From me or
yeah,
you?
like I don't know. I
Okay.
honestly don't know. So I'm very sorry
And
for
it sounded like a
listeners.
chihuahua.
Yeah,
Okay.
like a bark.
Ruff.
I really don't know what that was. I'm very sorry for audio listeners. They'll probably give you a fright, but whatever. Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was a very good movie, and they're missing certainly a lot of the cool stuff. But next movie, Fade Routh is going to come in. All these very interesting characters, and
Sorry, I was just
uh,
opening up a Coke.
that's okay.
We're not
And
we're
Paul's,
not sponsored.
dude, I wish Paul's going to grow into the God King that he will
Dude,
soon be.
I'm not gonna lie, like you can very easily see where like Star Wars stole some stuff from this.
Yeah,
Like with the spice and the voice being kind of similar to the Force, I guess. But like the way that they did the voice was so fucking sick.
yeah,
That was so cool. Like I am someone who knows absolutely nothing about Dune. So going into this movie, I was learning everything as it was being shown to me on the TV, not the TV, the movie screen. So like
yeah,
whenever she was like use your voice and I was like he just talked. I don't understand. And then he did the thing and he like spoke and no words
yeah,
came out and then there was just incredible bass and then he like delayed speaking. It was so fucking cool. It was so cool.
yeah. And that's something I'm glad they did very well. The voice I 100% recommend if it's still in theaters by the time you're watching this and you're curious. Definitely A, see the movie. B, if you have the opportunity, go see it in IMAX like we did.
I have a
Because
question because I was Googling. Um, I went back to re-listen to it because I really like good bass and good sound, and I was pulling up a clip of specifically the "Give Me the Water" one, and whenever I did it on my phone, it was just silence, and then it was like a delayed thing. So you saw the movie twice. You saw it on Saturday and then with
I
me
did.
in IMAX.
I'm going to see
Was
it again tonight, actually.
what? Oh, I want to see it again. I'm watching it with my girlfriend sometime.
Yeah, definitely
But
that.
yeah, but she's a big Lord of the Rings nerd, and she saw like a promotion thing that was like the next Lord of the Rings, and she was like, "I need to see this," and I was like, "All right, got it."
Maybe.
Well, it's a sci. It's like a sci. I mean, that's mainly
Yeah,
the medieval, but
it's
like
like a sci-fi
yeah,
epic,
it's
but
it's
it's
a
a
big
very
epic.
different. It's a very different thing.
It
I
is a
don't know.
very
Like,
different thing, but she's into like that kind of stuff.
okay, I don't know. Oh, I'd 100% see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, excuse me.
Anyway, what were we saying?
What was I saying?
Yeah, I was hoping you weren't going to say that because I
God
don't remember.
damn it.
Oh,
Ah.
something about the voice and how I
Oh
saw
yeah,
it in
yeah, yeah.
theaters.
Okay. So was there as much bass in the first theater?
I thought so.
You
I
thought
mean, I
so.
thought there was bass. I don't think there was as much. I hope there wasn't as much. Otherwise, why are we paying extra for IMAX? But
Well, okay. I know there is a difference, but like whenever I watched it on my phone, it was silent. There was no bass at
it didn't
all.
come up.
No,
Weird.
it's so weird
I
because
wonder why.
like the most infamous bass scene that I usually show everyone is the Crimson Moon Benny Morrow thing from
From
Fire
Fire Force.
Force. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like that bass comes across well on my phone. Not like perfect like a speaker, but it does
Interesting.
come across well. But the voice just was silent. I
Interesting.
was so unhappy whenever
I
I came
wonder
across
about
that.
that. I don't know. Also, I feel like I don't know. I think I must just be going crazy.
Hmm.
But remember the scene where they're running away from the worm, the mother and the Jessica?
Yep.
And Paul, the mother and Jessica. Jessica is the mother.
I understood. Yeah, I understood.
Jessica and Paul running away from the worm. I don't remember that being at night. And they filmed it during the day. So I remember like watching it the first time and not realizing it's night. So
Wait, what?
but then rewatching the scene later and it was still
Wait,
night.
that was nighttime?
Okay, so maybe it was just first time.
I'm going on the
That's
HBO Max
weird.
now and I'm looking at
No,
it.
I know it's definitely at night. That's like weird. That's like a Berenstein Bears Mandela effect shit.
What do you
Because
mean?
I didn't realize it was night.
I thought it was daytime. I
That's
100%
hilarious.
thought it was
That's
daytime.
actually creepy. Okay,
His
if you
wait,
were
he
watching this,
whenever he was running away with his mom, like at the very end of the
yes,
movie,
no,
relatively
yes,
very end.
no, yes, at the end of the movie. When else would he be running away from the worm?
I don't
And
know.
then they get on the rock, and the worm kind of stares at them, and the thumper goes off, and it dives down and goes away.
No, that was nighttime.
Yes, that was at nighttime. I don't
Wait, no,
remember that
that
being
was
night.
in the daytime. Sorry, my bad. That's what I meant to say.
No, it was not at daytime.
You're capping. You're straight up lying to me.
No, I'm seriously not. It's
Do
I
you have like
like
a specific time? Because I'm having
no,
difficulty
I don't.
looking
It's
for it.
towards
But
the
I'm
end.
also really looking for like light whenever it's not apparently.
Yeah, which makes sense in context of the movie too, because they go,
Okay,
they
is it
have to
before or after the sandstorm? I'm on the sandstorm right now.
after the sandstorm.
It's after the sandstorm.
When they crash, remember they crash, they hide out for a day, they come out during the night, and then they run over. Because, Fremen travel at night, and they say that actually, I think. So they leave at night, but I remember it being day. But it was definitely not. This is like a whole
Oh,
like 5 minute bit of this podcast. I love it.
well,
If you're
okay.
watching this at home,
What?
comment if you remember it being nighttime. Are you seeing it right now?
Yeah, I think so. This is nighttime. No, this
Yeah.
seems so much brighter in theaters.
Is
I
no
I
no.
straight up thought
In
this was
theaters I thought
daytime.
it was so much darker.
No, wait,
It's
what?
just the second watch. I promise you it's just the second watch.
N-
Isn't that weird?
I straight up thought this was daytime whenever I first saw
Uh
it.
thank you.
I remember the
Now I don't think
trailers.
I'm
Didn't the sun shine on the guy? I
I thought
thought
so.
I thought so too.
Isn't this so weird? This is literally some Berenstein Bears
I don't know what you
Mandela
mean by
effect type
Berenstein
shit.
Bears.
The Mandela effect. They thought, people thought it was Berenstein Bears was spelled with like an E when it was actually spelled with an A. That's why you say Berenstain, not Berenstein.
Oh, cool. I guess.
Yeah, whatever. Mandela effect, either whatever. But anyway, all right. I do have one
I love
complaint.
whenever you say something and I just immediately just pass it aside.
Dismiss it.
No, but I understand and I hear it and I like appreciate what you're saying, but I love doing that because I find it to be really fun.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
But I will get into my one complaint with this movie. I think it was a great movie generally. I don't have a lot of complaints except it didn't appeal quite to my nerd brain. Uh, but that's okay. Director's cut will come out. It occurs to me, and maybe that will give me some of the satisfaction that I so desperately desire. But uh, so in the book, Jessica, the mother,
Oh,
Zydina,
right. You told me about this.
yeah, she is like a badass. Like she's the fucking coolest. Like she taught Paul how to use like the weirding way and the voice and everything, and she was like super cool. And in the book, she had a lot of internal monologue, and she did a lot more in the book than she did in the movie, which is understandable. They had to cut a lot of it out, of course. But she did a lot in the book, and there was points where obviously she was going through very distressing things, pretty much 90% of the movie, or the book. Uh, and they have this whole thing where, these Bene Gesserit women have a lot of these like internal mind suppressants to, make it so that they're not outwardly showing a lot of emotion, or they're not being very emotional so it doesn't cloud their like their choices and their decisions, which is super cool. And she teaches this to Paul, uh, but in the movie, like 90, like I would go as far as to say like 50 to 60% of the time you see her, she's in tears crying. And only one of those times, I would understand it if they did the one time where she was crying because or because Paul was going through that like trial with the one Bene Gesserit women in the box.
Oh,
Uh
I was actually expecting that you were gonna say the acceptable one was whenever her husband died. Well, not husband, her
oh
the guy.
yeah.
The yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, technically not her husband. I'm very proud of you for catching yourself there.
Thank you.
um,
I try.
uh,
I actually genuinely really like the universe, and I want to read the book now.
right. Yeah, you should totally read the book.
Yeah,
But
I most likely will.
uh yeah, so I would understand then simply because it's the first time and people don't understand that they have this crazy rigorous training to suppress this. Because then she says the fear is the mind killer quote. And that's a really very important quote. That they recite this phrase, fear is the mind killer, blah, blah, blah. I used to know it and I don't anymore. Dead ass. That's my most nerdy claim to fame in this. But uh, they say this quote and basically is like, fear is the death. Like that's what will kill you. And then she suppresses it. She stops crying, and then she goes in there and whatever. I would understand if she did that then, and then she never cried the rest of the movie, because she doesn't. That's the point. She goes through all this horrible, horrible shit, but she's so tough and she's so, wise in the Bene Gesserit ways that she never cries and she never shows outward emotion. She's super, super smart. She's a badass and she doesn't do this. But most of the movie, she's in tears. And I kind of want to, like, that's not the
You're like,
point. Like,
that's not her.
that's not who she is, and she looks almost weak in this movie, and that's not what Jessica is. They kind of ruined that. I don't want to say they ruined her character, but they made her character like very different than she was in the book. And I'm hoping this isn't like offensive anyway. I'm not saying like whatever, but this is like just, I don't know, it's just weird to me that they made that like that. And I understand they can't do the internal dialogue of her being like, "Oh, I have to catch myself. I don't want to show this. Like I'm like this is too much emotion. It's clouding my judgment. I have to, like toughen up." But she doesn't. She just is in tears most of the movie, and I was like, "Come on, man." Especially in the second watch, you really notice it. Like,
Yeah, I didn't really notice it much, but I also wasn't looking for it, so I will be
right.
this next time I watch it. So I guess we'll see. I
Yeah.
didn't have much problem with it because I also hadn't read the book, so I didn't really think that was
I'm
a
curious
thing.
to know if you thought it was slow or if it dragged.
At parts,
Yeah.
For the most part, though, I did find it to be pretty interesting because I was learning things because I didn't know
Right.
anything about the
Oh, okay.
universe. You know?
Interesting. Yeah, because I thought interesting because I thought it dragged
Oh,
most of the movie.
but that also
Mm,
you don't know anything about the universe. I mean, you know everything about the universe. I don't
right.
know anything about the
I
universe.
wasn't learning anything. I was just the first watch was mostly the second watch went quicker because I had already seen it, of course, but
Yes, of course.
um the first watch was mostly them saying something or them establishing a concept and me being like, "Oh, cool. Like they did that." Check in
Oh,
my
right. You
head,
were checking
mentally
boxes.
checking off my list. What?
What?
What? You
I
said
said you were
something.
checking boxes.
Yeah, yes, exactly. And so it was like, okay, they did that, they did that, they did that. And that was the whole thing. And then past that, there was, I don't know, there was a lot of uh Paul premonitions that I think went on too long.
I agree with
Uh
that. I kind of was like, why are you showing me this? I feel like this would be much better if I just kind of didn't know that. You know?
yeah,
Like, I
or if
feel
it
like
was just
Duncan Idaho's
shorter.
death would have been, like, infinitely better if the beginning of the movie didn't tell us he was going to die.
Yeah.
I'm
I
sorry
mean,
again for that. Jeez, I've been burping a lot today. My bad.
you're, I think excuse me.
You're excused.
Trying to think, thank you,
You're
so kind.
welcome. You're very
Trying
welcome.
to think if that was like really that important.
Okay, no,
Or
it wasn't that important, but like I,
no,
a
no, I'm
lot of
saying if
them,
it was
I'm
that
just
important for them to say it, you know? Like if they could have gotten away with not saying it.
no. I understand what you mean. I kind of uh I don't know. A lot of them felt like they shouldn't have
I,
been there. Like
mm,
we saw a lot of scenes used again and again and again that
yes.
just I know we're going to see it in the next movie. So it's like they're showing us the same scene 3 possibly more times throughout the course of the series. But I am very 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 interested in how the series will continue.
Me too. Yeah. And I think here's my thought. If I
Mhm.
was a director, which I'm not, so take
Me.
this with a grain
Okay.
of salt. I would have probably, if I was seeing that premonition of Duncan Idaho dying, maybe I would have made him hold back on telling Duncan so they could have saved time, but briefly shown Duncan Idaho dying in his premonition. So it was
Mhm.
more of a if you
If
catch
you
it or you
pay
don't.
attention, yeah, it's like maybe a second watch kind of thing that would make you go, "Oh, that was worth the
Yeah,
second viewing."
yes, that's probably what I would have done. And then maybe you could have
Well,
shortened it up.
in the book, does he say, "I saw you dying"?
I don't remember.
Okay.
He might have not. I don't.
Well, that's not the only issue I had with his premonitions. It was mainly like why are we watching this just to watch it again kind of thing, you
Yeah.
know?
And the when he's like they're picking up the spice crawler and he like falls at his feet and like I understand like he
I
gets
actually
a
like that one though.
big whiff of the I like it too, but like he gets a big whiff of the spice
Mhm.
and it like messes with him. Yes, I understand that, but that just took so long. And I remember the scene coming because I was like this is just like I was dreading the scene coming because I was like this is going to take so long. Like it just drags on and on
Yeah, I
personally.
mean, I didn't feel that, but I also maybe on the second viewing
Maybe I don't know. I
because
mean
I
if you
was just kind
don't
of
that's
really
also
interested in how
interesting.
they were going to show what the spice did to you because I can tell you could tell at the beginning of the scene like basically right away that he was I thought immediately because he didn't have his mask on that he was going to get like high on the spice or whatever whatever you
Yeah.
call it, and I was like, oh, okay, I'm interested in seeing how they're going to portray this, and it was really cool that they incorporated his premonitions into that. I thought at
Yeah.
least.
That like this being in the presence of so much spice awakened his chosen one esque, which is I like I was gonna say the Kwisatz Haderach because that's what that is. That's him being the chosen one. Like
Okay.
it's just another word for it. You could also use so much stuff. There's so many terms. I hate saying it to people who haven't
Ugh.
like read the book because it's just a bunch of mumbo jumbo like
Well, yeah, but like I've
garbage.
watched the movie. I will watch the movie again, and I will try my best to just memorize everything. So like, the more garbage you say to me, the more garbage I'll remember.
Yeah. But that's, Kwisatz Haderach is uh chosen one. Muad'Dib, I think is
What deep?
the name he picks. I think I think that's what that is. I forget what they called him.
What?
Lisan Al Gaib. That's that's what the
Oh yeah, what they
Fremen
called him
called
in the
him.
movie. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. That's like Messiah. Yeah.
Okay,
The
yeah,
whole
okay.
point of Dune is that he starts a holy war, like a jihad. I don't
Oh,
think a lot of
okay.
people understand that.
Yeah, no, I guess I didn't think about it much.
Yeah, I mean, he briefly like screams about it in a tent, but you don't really understand that. But the whole point is that he can see himself starting a genuine
There are a lot of people talking outside my
jihad,
room right now.
and
I
and
apologize for anyone who hears that.
I don't hear any of it, so I think you're good.
Well, you never know.
Yeah, okay. But yeah,
Oh my god, I
he's
thought that was a
he can
female,
see
but it's one of my
himself
roommates singing.
be, being a messiah for a jihad, and he's like this is fucking horrible, and he's trying to stop it, but it's kind of fate. So that's a lot of Dune later in the book is like if free will is like real, can he stop the future that he sees from happening?
Well, it
This whole
seems
thing. So
yeah, because he seemed to have died in that fight, but then he like won easily.
right, yeah. I mean, there's a lot to it, but just read the book. Honestly,
I will.
honestly, if you really like, to the more of the audience here, if you watch the movie, if you like the movie even a little bit, read the goddamn book.
Read the goddamn book.
It's one of the best just ever books.
Ever
Period.
interesting. I have a couple books to get through after I finish this. I will hop right
Yeah,
on that. I
I'm gonna
promise.
finish reading Dune. Contrary to popular belief, I haven't actually finished Dune. I haven't even started the second book or the third book or on to the many other ones that his
There's
son
7, I'm pretty sure.
bastardized.
Right?
Yeah.
Bastardized.
He died. Frank Herbert died, and then at least I think this is the book series that I'm thinking of. He died, and then his son later found his notes and was like, maybe I'll take this writing thing up and then wrote 4 more books that were god awful. And everybody's like, why the fuck did you ruin my series? And he was like, money. At
You
least
actually give like, money.
that's what I got from the situation, but I could be wrong.
No, I think you're right. I think that's dead on what
It's
happened.
usually how these things go.
Usually.
Yeah. It's like
Eh.
what the editor for Miura might do.
Mirror what?
Kentaro Miura,
What?
the guy for the Berserk guy.
Oh, right.
The
Yeah,
editor
yeah,
claims
yeah,
to
yeah,
have the
yeah.
end of Berserk, which
Yeah.
is probably bullshit because I don't think Kentaro Miura knew how Berserk is going to end, but
I don't. Yeah, no.
probably not. All right, we should rate this because I've been rambling for 30 minutes.
No, that's fine. I
Like
mean,
a fucking
but
crazy
our
person.
recent like what we watch in the news things have been kind of quick, so we can talk about the movie for a while. I mean, people listen to the podcast for the movie, right? I I
Who
hope.
knows? At
I
this
don't know,
point,
dude. At this
who
point, it's
knows?
mainly just the bullshit. I guarantee it. Like I guarantee people mainly like listening to us just talk and like
Yeah. Because I
shit.
mean, like, I know a lot of our friends are like, they could care less about some shitty movie. They just like
Hey,
want to
this is
hear us
Dune. It
talk.
isn't just some shitty movie.
It's not, you're right. But but this is at least something
I'll give it a
I
strong
am
8.
yeah, I think I was gonna say the same too.
Yeah.
I am unhealthily passionate about it. And I've been talking about for what years now? Like this is my baby. So hopefully this will
This is my baby.
get some views. This is like the only movie series that I really truly actually care about.
That
Other than
is
I don't know.
depressing.
I don't know.
There are many movie series I care about.
Yeah, I guess. I don't
This is
know.
just
I just
one. This is just added to the many list.
yeah. I can't think of anything that I'm like
What?
other than Dune that I'm like, fuck yeah, you know?
Really? Like none of the Marvel movies? You're not excited
No.
for Batman movies?
Batman's cool. I don't know. Maybe that's partially like I have that complex of if everybody else likes it, I can't.
Oh right, yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
So I mean, I feel like a lot that plays into a
Well,
lot
like
of like
the reason why like a lot of the people like a lot of things is because sometimes those things are good, but then
yeah,
sometimes they're
exactly.
like Bird
No,
Box and they're very
I,
bad.
that was a hot take. I nearly
No, it
interrupted.
was not a hot take. That movie is very bad. That movie is horrible. If you genuinely like Bird Box, you have no taste for film.
Damn. I'm gonna make that the name
Jack,
of the
what was
episode.
your opinion on Bird Box?
I don't know. I haven't seen Bird Box.
Good, don't.
Anyway, 8 from both of us. Go watch the movie.
I'm excited. I liked it. I liked it a lot. I'm excited for the part 2 and maybe part 3.
Oh yeah, that's something we never talked about.
Yeah,
There's definitely a part 2. There's
there's like
maybe a part 3.
yeah, we've heard rumors, speculations, leaks. You
Yeah.
know,
I have been telling everybody that there's gonna be a part 3.
I've been telling everyone there's been a part 3 too because I'm just that
Okay, good.
confident.
So
I've
it's
just
just
been
not
like,
me.
so if we're
I don't know.
if we're wrong, we're both idiots.
Yeah.
But everyone knew that already.
They could fit 3 parts into the first book, and then after that, like if there's rumor of a fourth part, then that's the second book.
Yeah.
Then it's not a fourth part, I guess. Then it's just a second movie.
So this is just a 9-hour movie followed by another 9-hour movie
Yeah.
and then another
Really?
9-hour movie.
Oh, dude, if they did 3 parts, that would actually be interesting because
It'd be the same as Star Wars for the first 3
no.
books. Oh, because there'd be 9 main movies.
Yeah. I love our dynamic of somebody says something and then the other person just goes, "No."
Because we're both like you're just monotone in general, and I'm just a dick. So like it's a very good mix.
It's so fucking funny. But uh Jodorowsky's Dune was am I really going to go
Perfect.
into this?
Yes,
Okay,
you
I'm going
are.
to go really quick. I'm going to go really quick and then
No,
we're going
you
to
got
pause.
this. It's okay.
Before books came out, part 1, 2, 3, Dune was such a great hit. Everybody loved it. So good. They were going to make a movie. There's this crazy guy named Jodorowsky. I don't remember his first name. Who made movies to quote unquote mimic the effects of LSD. So he made 12-hour long movies that looked fucking ridiculous and there was no plot. There was like it was just acid. It was ridiculous, just weird shit. And so they gave him Dune and said, do whatever you want with it. They made H.R. Geiger do the artwork for it, which was stunningly beautiful. He made a genuine 1,000-page Bible of Dune art that's selling for $50,000 on eBay. Uh, and then they got really, really great names that I can't think of off the top of my head to play it. And it was going to be the perfect movie. It was going to revolutionize cinema, and then it never came out because budget reasons. And then they dropped it. Then it sat around in development hell for a few years, and then in
83.
1983, yeah, uh, what's his face picked up the movie and made some garbage that I love dearly.
Some garbage that
And
I love dearly.
that's the greatest. I'll put that
That's
quote in the
literally
bio.
every Star Wars movie.
Yeah. But yeah. So that was that. And then so, if they make all these 3 parts, maybe it'll be similar to Jodorowsky's Dune and they can put it all in one whatever.
When we get popular and people come back to this episode and like many of the various episodes in which I've shit on Star Wars, they're going to come at my neck.
Yeah.
And I am going to be completely fine with it because I know that I am a Star Wars fan, so I'm allowed to shit on my own fandom.
Yeah.
And all
40
of the
minutes of
movies
my
suck. All
psychopathic
11 of them.
ramblings and your
Yeah, they
and
are.
your Star Wars slander.
Yes, it's not slander.
Huh.
What I say is law.
Also, at Taryn, I
Oh
heard
yeah,
your comment about Star Wars. This movie came out before Star Wars. It
the book came out
inspired
before
Star
Star
Wars.
Wars.
The only reason you have your precious fucking Star Wars is because of the stupid franchise. So,
This did you say this?
don't you
stupid
ever talk
franchise?
shit about Dune ever again?
Don't you ever talk shit about
I'll
that? No, he said
find you.
he said he liked it, and I actually
Oh,
texted
that's not
him.
what the text sounded like.
Oh no, I know it sounded weird, but he also wasn't like he barely was in the movie whenever he said that.
Oh, well, now I feel bad. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Taryn.
I'm glad you enjoyed it too. Yeah,
I don't think
he
Taryn
said.
has any means of reaching out to me in the first place to
I also
yell at
don't
me,
think.
but
I don't know if he actually even listens to the podcast. I know Corey
oh,
does.
I thought he did.
No, I know Corey does. I don't know if Taryn does.
Oh,
There's a chance.
Corey, if you're listening to this,
Tell Taryn that he's a
yeah,
little pussy shit.
and I said it, and come
Yeah,
fight me.
yeah, exactly.
He's a little shit. Oh, fuck.
I was gonna say something Dune related. It's completely gone now.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Damn it. It's okay.
Oh, there's my final thing. I thought some of the spaceships were uninspired and boring.
Dude, oh
Very
my god, I just
Arrival-esque.
remembered it. There was I'm the explosion guy, right? Like that's my thing.
Uh-huh.
There was one explosion that was so incredibly disappointing to me that it actually made me genuinely sad when it happened in theaters. So that there was that big ship over Arrakis on that on the mining base, and it was launching like 70 missiles down.
Yeah.
And then like you see only like 4 of them land.
Oh, yeah.
And it cuts away. And I was like, those 4 explosions were really good, but there were so many more missiles in the sky. That would have been so awesome to watch.
The beginning is like one of my favorite parts.
Literally, oh my god.
Very first.
That action set piece that they have there. Oh my god, it's beautiful.
Yeah. That really sets up Dune. That is the vibe that I get from Dune.
Oh,
that
wait.
makes me love it so dearly.
I remember what I was going to say related to Taryn and Dune. He said he wants to read the book.
Good. You should read the book.
And then also,
he'll like the movie.
He does like the movie.
I keep putting words in his mouth.
Taryn, why do you hate this movie so much?
God, Darren.
You're
ruining my experience.
If you just were a better person, you would. Yeah, I hate Dune.
If you were just a better person. All right, I didn't say that.
That's exactly what he said, actually. Now I'm putting words in your mouth.
Yeah. But yeah, I thought some of the spaceships were boring and just big circles, which is like fine, but that just like reminds me of Arrival.
Yeah, and I haven't ever actually really seen Arrival though, so
I like Arrival a lot.
I haven't ever seen it, so I can't tell you.
And the reason I remember that is because I think the reason I think some of these are uninspired is because I was, you know, when I think of Dune and the spaceships and stuff, I think of H.R. Geiger's work, which is genuine like masterpiece work. Like should be hung in museums. They're so fucking cool. So anything that is not perfect in my head, won't quite hit the spot, but that's okay.
So you say that J.R. Geiger's work is just perfect?
That he did for Dune, yeah. I'm
Interesting.
Gonna pull up art.
Yes, do you mind sending it to me? I did watch that video from a really long time ago that you sent me, related to his work, but again, it was a really long time ago, so I don't remember it very much. So if you just still happen to have that, that would be wonderful to send over.
Each.
I'm gonna guess
the costumes were great though. All right, let's take a pause.
Okay, we'll do that.
See you in a second, Spotify. Perfect.
That was a really good sign off.
I like this podcast. I just ramble for 45 minutes and then
Dude,
call it an episode.
Okay, that happens only on certain episodes. Then some episodes you leave it to me, and I don't know what to say.
I guess that's true.
Like for Mulan and
Huh.
Mortal Engines, I was left alone, and I was sitting there panicking from the majority of the episode.
Yeah, that's because those movies were shitty.
Yeah, but you can still say how shitty they were.
Yeah, they were so they weren't even like interestingly shitty.
They really weren't. Like I was so like, oh my god, like sitting through Mortal Engines was genuinely painful because
Yeah,
I,
it's
I
just
I watched 20 minutes of it and paused it because I felt like I was in there for an hour, and then I just like left. And the only reason I finished the movie was because my rent on Amazon was going away, and I was like, I have to do this. So that remaining 2 hours that I had to sit and watch that movie was just pure pain.
yeah,
I would
just
not wish that movie onto my worst enemy.
yeah. Yeah. Oh
Sorry,
well,
Colin Salmon, for being a part of that.
he deserves it.
He does. He's very mean.
He was a dick.
No, his guy was a dick. He wasn't a dick.
Yeah, like he would be like, "Oh, look at this," and then he would change his mind and be like, "No, I
What?
have to talk to them."
Oh yeah, if Colin Salmon was let in about our email, he would have been like, "Oh yeah, we need to talk to this man. These kids."
Yeah, they're clearly very important.
Clearly.
And we're back.
We're
No warning.
back.
Yeah, we're back.
I just drew a sheep on a post-it note.
Okay. I was wondering why. I was like, that's a long pause.
Sorry, I'm currently drawing said sheep and I'm putting shading on it because I just was
All
like,
right.
I have a pink post-it note. A pink sheep would look pretty cute. So I was like, I'm
Okay.
gonna do
Fair
that.
enough. I'm
Yep.
very glad.
Thank you.
Uh anyway, I planned out my one piece of news, and that's I'm gonna say it before
We
you
haven't even.
can.
Okay. Okay. No. 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 We have not even introduced the segment yet. You absolute loser. For anyone who doesn't follow our normal podcast rules, we usually go movie, then movie news, and then we do a what we watch in segment where we talk about the movies and TV shows we watched as the week went on. Right now, we're gonna do movie news, and I want to talk about this very important piece of news.
No, shut the
Okay.
fuck up.
No, I'm
No.
kidding. Go ahead.
Uh so supposedly uh
Well, no, set it
no,
up
I guess
first.
yeah, I was gonna say we didn't even talk about this last week
Mhm.
because it didn't happen last week, but
Unless you want me to do
uh
the news because I have it in there, and then you can pop in that little piece of info.
no.
You just want to go now? Okay.
Uh,
That's so
so
mean.
uh, Alec Baldwin was on the set of a movie or TV show. I don't fucking care,
I think
called
it's a
Rust.
movie.
Uh, and he picked up a prop gun, apparently shot it at somebody, and killed this person and wounded this other person. It's like the
The
biggest movie
cinematographer was
tragedy.
killed, and then the director was wounded and sent to the
Yeah,
hospital.
I thought it was prop master.
I
I suppose they could have multiple roles, but
That is true, I guess.
uh, uh, yes, so this is like the biggest movie tragedy I can think of in a while, but in similar fashion of Brandon Lee. But what differs from the tragedy
I
that happened
found
with
more
Brandon Lee?
Dune news that we forgot to talk about.
Okay, you can talk about that later after this.
Okay, continue.
In fact, does not have to do with this piece of news that I'm talking about.
Okay, well that was just mean, and you didn't need to say
But
that.
but uh, it turns out that uh, the bullet that was in Alec Baldwin's gun that he fired was not a blank, and it was in fact a live round uh, that killed the person, and that's why, like an actual, like a real bullet. It
I
wasn't a
just drew a
blank,
penguin on an orange post-it
which
note
is
for anyone who cares.
cool, which is like ridiculous to me because I don't know why they would have live bullets on set, but apparently it was for like target practice or somebody said, which is just bullshit. Why would you ever have live rounds on set? But whatever. And there's a lot of don't trust everything you read because I was browsing and I got this ad for like a news article that supposedly, and I don't even know if this is 100% true, the husband of the prop master slash cinematographer slash whatever other role she's had that died is the lawyer for one of the Clintons.
What?
So of course somebody had to tie the Clintons into this
Of
nightmare.
course. Makes
Yes.
sense.
And I don't know, like I saw this on the first article. I Googled this recently to make sure it wasn't a fever dream. Uh, and the first article that came up that the bot copied from whoever wrote this first was ihearttrump.com. And it was like this ridiculous news article and there was just spam everywhere. But yeah. So, that is supposedly true, but just take everything with a grain of salt. I think I looked it up, and the first article about the live bullet is from NPR, and I at least relatively trust NPR. So I'm going to say that the bullet thing is real.
Well, I'd assume so. Something did happen, and I feel like a blink wouldn't do as much damage as they said
That's
it did.
what I thought
Because
when it
like
first
blinks
came out.
are dangerous, and I do think that we should kind of move away from the idea of using blanks and probably more towards like airsoft guns and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think they used airsoft guns in John Wick, actually, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Uh,
And I mean, it's been proven. Like I can think Corridor Digital, 90% of the guns they use are airsoft, and their stuff looks awesome. So it's
mhm.
it works.
Yeah. So like we definitely should transition more into something like that instead of blanks. And a blank does do damage, but not enough to like kill. Well, it definitely would kill someone, but like and then also injure someone unless they're like standing back to back and the gun was like against them.
Right. Yeah,
So it's a
it
little
seemed
odd.
unlikely, but now that the fact that the live bullet thing came out, I was like,
Yeah, I was like,
that
okay, I can live with
definitely,
that.
definitely could happen.
Hmm. No doubt in my mind,
Whatever.
but it's fine. It's well,
Anyway,
it's not fine. This was a horrible tragedy, and I
yeah,
feel
well, yeah,
horrible
but
for everyone a
I
part
get
of
what you
it.
mean.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway,
So, my news now.
yes,
Okay.
perhaps something lighter hearted.
I don't know actually.
Okay,
One sec. Sorry.
continue.
Give me a sec. Mm, mm,
Uh,
mm.
are you still finishing your sheet?
No, no, my sheep is finished. I'm drawing a spaceman on a purple post-it note, but I'm
So
done
I should
drawing.
have assumed.
Obviously, I also drew a man surfboarding on a wave on a blue post-it note.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Using color wisely.
So, um, the first bit of news I have, it also isn't very happy. So I'm
Great.
sorry for anyone who is sad. The voice actor for Frieza from Dragon Ball has passed away at the age of 56, which is a tragedy. We hate to see it. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
man.
he's pretty young too.
Yeah, 56 is not right. Young. I mean, he's not that old. Oh my god. I'm sorry. I'm just. I feel bad for saying going back to back sad things because my very next thing is a relatively happy thing, depending on what your opinion of this is. So to go off of um, to go off of the sad and onto something a little bit more happy. The Matrix movie, okay, is officially rated R.
Hooray!
Yay!
I
It's
don't want there to be another Matrix.
well, I don't. Okay, well, yeah, but would you rather them make a PG-13 watered
PG-13.
down?
Yeah, fair
Yeah,
enough.
yeah.
They can
So
put their heart and soul into or make a I don't know. It's like you're polishing shit. You
yes,
can't I don't know why I'm so against this Matrix movie, but yeah. Just it's already gone so downhill since the first movie that I don't see why anybody would ever touch this franchise again. But
I
it's
think the
beyond
second
me.
one wasn't that bad.
Second one wasn't bad, but it wasn't as good as the first one, and the third one is the third one. So it's just like Just one of those things. We just don't need another one. Why isn't there a second Treasure Planet? Why is there a fourth Matrix
Oh,
and not a second
I
Treasure
want
Planet?
another Treasure Planet movie. Oh my god, those
Yes,
movies are so
Treasure Planet
good.
is one of my favorite movies of all time. There's not a second one. There's a fourth fucking Matrix. What, like, what reality are we living in that there's more Matrixes than Treasure Planets? Horrible one. That's what. End of sentence. Keep going.
That was a
I'm
very.
so mad now.
This is my favorite episode, other than the Tenant one. I love it whenever you talk a lot, Jack. We should do more movies that you like.
so mad.
This.
I don't
This was a
know.
very
I don't
enjoyable
know.
experience.
Keep going. I
Okay.
need to stop thinking about Matrix 4.
Oh, dude, are you gonna be mad at me whenever we review the movie?
Not at you. I'll be mad at the movie. I'm not, even if it's a great movie, I'm not gonna like it. I just want you to know that.
No, I know, and I'm
Now
actually
that I've
like,
gotten it
I'm
worked into my
getting
brain.
I'm getting so excited for that episode, just so like I can hear you be like, this fucking piece of shit.
Yeah. Although every time we've gotten like done one of those movies, it just made me sad, and I just like didn't talk. But maybe this one, like just the fact of how meme it's become
Yeah,
in my brain, literally just my brain. Everybody else is like, "Oh, cool, another Matrix movie," and I'm like,
that's exactly what I thought. I was like, oh, I like the first one and the second one, and not really the third one. And then you're just like, this is a piece of shit. I'm like, the first one's really good. The first one's an amazing movie.
Of course,
hmm
whatever. Keep going.
I'm so excited for that episode. Please don't let me down. Please get angry. Please get very angry.
We'll see.
So, Charlie Cox was recently asked what he would do if. Wait, do you know who Charlie Cox is by chance?
It's related to Courtney.
I don't know. I mean, he.
I don't know.
Well, I don't know. He
Oh, it's the guy. Yeah.
he's the Daredevil guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So rumors that he's going to be Peter Parker's lawyer in the new Spider-Man movie that's coming out. And someone asked him what he would do if they recast Daredevil, and he said, "I would go down to my basement, I would find my Daredevil mask, and I would hunt them down, and I would make them fight me for it." And I think that is really sick because I
Nice.
genuinely liked him as Daredevil, and I think that's a very funny response.
Yeah, I mean, he was fine. I don't. It was just, I
Are
didn't.
you a Ben Affleck preferer?
No, I am
Okay,
rarely a preferer.
Really, I actually like him for Batman.
What?
I like Ben Affleck as Batman.
No, I don't like Ben Affleck Batman.
Okay.
Okay.
I think he fits a good old Batman. I don't like what Zack Snyder did with him for the most part, but I think he fits a good old Batman.
I guess. I don't know. It's just
we could have this discussion later when we go over the DC movies.
I like Ben
Affleck.
I just don't like him. And
why does so many people not like him?
I just said you're making me more angry. You're just trying to feed me.
That's the point. We're making it a good episode.
No,
good episodes are whenever
like
Jack's mad.
I like Ben Affleck in The Town and The Accountant.
Good Will Hunting.
I probably shouldn't have said that. That might make people angry.
Why The Accountant?
Yeah, because that's a movie where he was apparently an autistic person. Not apparently. I think that was pretty clear, but I don't know.
Oh my god, I am the biggest idiot to ever
what
exist on the planet. I'm looking at the Dune poster I have right up for the YouTube thing, and I just noticed that
your mouse is on it.
What?
Your cursor?
No. Oh, I did notice something else related to that. The button to close, like make the window smaller, is there, but I just noticed that one because you said it. Silly. No, but like the Dune logo itself, like the Dune words are just like a U, but like turned differently. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just noticed that, and I feel really stupid because I feel like that might have been obvious.
I mean, I picked it up when I watched the movie the second time, but
okay, well.
Also,
not everyone's as smart
as
you.
New second movie news, I have two now. He is not related to Courtney Cox. Just in case you're wondering. Because I knew you thought he was. I knew it.
I just didn't care. I went on with my life. I continued. So you're aware of the new Transformers movie that's coming out?
No, but
Transformers:
now I
Rise of the
am.
Beast.
No.
I told you that it was like done filming soon. I think I said that last
You
week or
might
2 weeks
have.
ago.
Ron Perlman. Oh, he's Optimus Prime. I was like, he's still doing things?
Yeah, so that has finished filming, and the director took a hop inside of Optimus Prime to celebrate, and thought that was pretty cool. Give me a little
Oh,
picture of it.
cool.
Yeah.
I'll probably see it.
Well, yeah, we're gonna see it because we're probably gonna review it on the podcast.
Well, we're gonna see
We're
it.
gonna see it, Jack. Okay.
Oh, cool.
What?
What? Am I okay? Yeah, I'm fine.
No, what?
There's just a cool JDM car. Oh, dude, Transformers is gonna be so much cooler now that I like cars. Oh, cool.
I guess you're
Wow,
gonna really
there's
like the Michael Bay movies.
a lot of really cool cars. All right, I'm gonna like this movie. It's official.
We like to see it, Jack. I'm very happy about that. So Sony added 2 mystery Marvel movies to the release calendar, which is really weird because they have like full dates, like month, day, and year, but no title. And their Craven the Hunter movie has only the month and the year, no day. So a movie that they've like announced already is not as confirmed as movies they haven't announced yet.
Oops.
So that's interesting. I don't really trust Sony that much anymore. Uh, so wait, how much news do I have? Okay, I'm gonna
Very
go.
sorry for the audio. Audio. Why do I keep saying audio listeners? Every listener is an audio listener. But very sorry for whatever because another Windows notification came up,
So
and I'm not editing it because I don't know how to.
I don't know how to edit either. It's fine. I don't care.
All right.
So Benedict Cumberbatch has confirmed that there's going to be reshoots for Doctor Strange 2, which kind of sucks because it is never really good. Batman had
Yeah.
reshoots, but they like formally announced it and explained that it wasn't because of something bad. He just didn't like a scene.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that Batman's fine. This wasn't a formal announcement. This was Benedict Cumberbatch saying that, so that's not good.
Oh, also, are you gonna bring up the Dune
I was
issues?
gonna get to that last. Wait,
Okay,
issues?
cool. That's
No,
fine.
I was gonna say the other thing about it.
I don't know what other thing
The thing you
is.
sent me. It doesn't matter. Okay, I have one more bit of news that's not Dune related. Then we can go back to Dune.
Okay.
So apparently there's a rumored Warner Brothers Smash like platform fighter that's coming out. That the rumored characters in it are gonna be like Shaggy, Gandalf, Tom and Jerry, Batman, Mad Max, and some other
Gandalf.
guys. Yeah, yeah. Apparently,
Fair enough.
yeah. So if that's true, then I'll talk more about it. But that's just a rumor right now, so I'm just gonna quickly go off of it. The guy who wrote Dune was like, Dune 2 will have a lot more action because the first one was just for laying the groundwork, and now he can just make a good action blockbuster. And then there's other Dune stuff that Jack can say.
Oh, oh yeah, that there was issues with supposedly with part two because they haven't started filming yet, as far as I know. Uh, there's issues with directors and producers,
How
which
do you find these memes just kind of like while we're recording and not laugh?
I suppress myself. I've learned the Benny
You
Gesserit
have
way.
the
But yeah, supposedly the director and producer issues, which is, if we've learned anything on this podcast, always a bad sign. So yeah, wonderful news for this franchise that I hold dear to my heart. We'll see. I don't know. Who knows? It'll probably be fine.
Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully.
We'll just have to see.
Yeah, I'm waiting and seeing. I'm hoping for the best. I like the universe now, so I really hope that the second I became a fan, it didn't just go to shit. So
Yeah.
that would suck and make me sad.
Yeah. But then you'll just have to read the books.
Well, I was gonna do that anyway, but like, I won't feel as satisfied if the movies are bad.
Right. Yeah.
So do you want to get into what we're watching then?
Yeah.
You
Look
sound
at
very
that.
tired. So what you watching, Jack? What we've been watching this week?
What have I been watching? Yesterday I tried to sit down and play or just watch like something that wasn't YouTube because my feed was garbage.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like scrolling through and I started the first 30 seconds of the second season of The Wire, and I was like, I'm not in the mood for this. So I turned that off, and then I went to where did I go next? And then I went to I literally can't think of what I could have watched. I don't know. I poked around, tried a few things. Oh, Bleach. I watched through an episode of Bleach,
Oh,
but
really?
I just can't remember where I am, and it's
Oh,
bothering me. So
damn
I'm
it.
gonna have to dedicate like a good long time to trying to figure that out, or I'm just gonna skip ahead a shit ton, which
That's
is
fine
probably what I'm
too, I
gonna do
guess.
now that I'm thinking about it.
Well,
Because that's
like,
what I did. I skipped an entire show for Naruto, so
it's okay.
really
I
I can
mean, as
figure it
long
out.
as you like it, that's really
Yeah,
all that
right.
matters.
Um,
To me, at
and then
least.
I quit that and I was like, fucking whatever. And then my boss, I remember, told me about this comedy called What We Do in the Shadows, which is
Oh, yeah, it's
yeah,
directed by
like
Taika
a bunch.
Waititi, actually.
Yeah, like there's like it's like a bunch of
The vampires.
vampires.
Yeah, I actually watched the
Yeah,
first episode in class one day.
yeah. It's pretty funny,
It
and
is, yeah.
it's like his favorite. And there's like there's a lot of clever things. Like it's like a house full of vampires, and one of them is like an energy vampire, and it's just this office worker named Colin Robinson who just comes around and talks to you, and bores you to death, and sucks the energy out of you, and then you can see his it's a joke for a while because you're like, oh, it's just a regular guy, haha, he's not actually a vampire, and then if you pay attention, apparently you can see his eyes glow.
Yes, yes,
So
I
you're
actually
like,
did
oh,
notice that.
he actually is a vampire. He just feeds, and he goes to like council meetings for like state council meetings and just listens to. Oh my god, it's just the funniest fucking thing. And so I'm gonna try and watch more of that, mostly because my boss likes it so much that like it. He hypes it up to be so good that I just have to convince myself that it's this legendary piece.
It is good. I liked it a lot. I didn't continue watching it, but I really want to.
Yeah, I probably will watch a little bit more of it, but I think
Is
that's
that all
it.
you
I
watched?
got I got accepted to this play test for something called The Cycle
What?
on Steam. That's a game.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Interested? I
that
mean,
I
go
mean
ahead
that
and
was
do
kind of
that.
cool. I didn't expect to get it. It's just like a beta. You just have to apply for it, and they email you and be like, "Okay, you can play."
Oh, so
Yeah,
that's cool, Jack. I'm proud of you for testing
yes,
games. You gonna
I'm
get
pretty
paid for
excited
it?
about that. No, I'm not gonna get paid for it.
Why?
Because why would they pay me to play their game?
Why not? It'd be pretty cool. You're
It would
like,
be pretty cool, but I'm
hey,
not paying
we
them.
need testers for our game, so
Oh, I see what you're saying. No, it's more of just like a closed beta,
oh,
you know?
interesting. Did it seem interesting? Is that why you did it, or were you just like, fuck it?
Yeah, it's like Tarkov, but more approachable.
Interesting. I
Because
don't
I
know what
played one
Tarkov is.
round of Tarkov and died, and was like, this is scary. And I haven't touched it yet since.
This is
I
scary.
paid $40. So I will force myself to play it eventually, but it is a very scary game.
I was wearing a hat this entire time, and I just threw it into my closet, and it perfectly landed like exactly where I wanted it to be. Like I'm like so much so that I don't even have to go up, get up, and go move it to fix it.
That's impressive.
I'm so proud of myself, and I really this is one of the times
I'm
in
proud
which
of
I've
you
done
too.
something, and I really wish it was on video because then I could show it to people and make them be
Dude,
impressed.
I'm gonna fall asleep during dinner.
You're that
I'm
tired,
so tired.
dude?
Yes.
I did not end up staying up late last night.
Really?
Yeah, I
Did
was
you
very
get your work done?
yeah. My shoe was finished by 12:30.
Oh, damn.
I know. I was
Okay.
very proud of myself.
I mean, you did have a lot of time.
That is true. That is true. I did work on it. Well, actually, no. I procrastinated for like an hour and a half. So like I did have a lot of time, but I didn't use it wisely. But then I ended
Yeah.
up doing okay on it. Hopefully, I don't know. I haven't seen it
Okay.
yet. Fun times.
Anyway. What are you watching, Zach?
I continued watching How I Met Your Mother.
Of course.
Yes, of course. Very good series. I'm on season 6 now. I don't know if I think I was also on season 6 last week. I don't remember. It doesn't matter.
I should finish Game of Thrones.
What?
I should finish Game of Thrones.
No, you shouldn't actually.
Yeah, but I should.
No, Jack, I genuinely don't want you to finish it. And that's coming
I'm
from
going to out of spite.
No, that's coming from a place of pain because you don't finish anything. But you're going to finish this?
I don't know.
You don't finish anything. And you're going to finish this.
Yeah.
It isn't good. No one thinks it's good. If any of the current fans, like, there's not a single, like, my cousin is like the biggest Game of Thrones, was the biggest Game of Thrones fan ever. And he made me and my brother watch the entire series, which, yes, it was fun, but then, like, it was so bad. Like, the end was so bad that it just didn't justify the means. So, like, one of the biggest Game of Thrones fans, will never recommend it to anyone again. And he said he apologized for getting us into the show.
I'll still probably pick it.
I hate you. I hate you. I hate you so much. Genuine pain. There's so many things that I've told you to start, and you've started and then stopped and then never picked up again.
Well, I mean, in my defense, there's many shows that I really want to keep going and do good with, but I have not. My brain doesn't have. This is why I do a movie podcast, because my brain isn't programmed to last that long. Like, I just can't get through a whole thing.
You're such an interesting person.
I don't know why.
I'm very happy I chose to do the podcast with you.
Certain shows work. Like Castlevania. I can do Castlevania. I don't know why.
Castlevania.
Yeah, but it's not like a great show.
It really isn't.
Like The Wire is a great show. I only watched the first season.
I still haven't watched that one show with Mr. Henderson in it.
Oh, Devs? Okay.
Yeah, Devs.
Devs was actually incredible.
True Detective.
I couldn't pull myself away from it. It has to be truly, truly, truly one of the greatest shows, or an all-right show that nobody cares about.
Yeah, like True Detective.
I'm about to end this podcast right now. Drive over and beat your ass. Because True Detective is the greatest television.
You do know where I live now. That's definitely
true,
not scary at all.
I could beat your ass. I can't believe you just said such blasphemy. This is going to be... Holy shit. All right. Finish quickly. This is going to be like a 2-hour-long podcast.
Oh, really? How long is it right now?
No, it's not going to be 2 hours. We recorded... The last segment was 40 minutes. We're approaching 30.
Oh, shit. Okay. Well, so me and my girlfriend watched the movie called The Holiday, which is a rom-com with Jude Law, Jack Black. I'm blanking on the female actresses.
My fucking god, I love that movie.
Yeah, it's great. I like it a lot.
That's a great movie.
Reviews are really bad, but I genuinely enjoyed it a lot.
That's a great movie. They're lying.
Yeah, the reviews are lying. I like it. I liked it a lot.
I liked it. Keep going.
I haven't watched anything else. That was it. But I was interested because today in class we were talking about movie scores and building tension and stuff like that. And, like, I popped off because I've been, like, big into listening to soundtracks recently. And I was like,
yeah.
He was like, it was an art class, so I wasn't expecting to talk about movies. And he goes, okay, now we're going to look at Dunkirk. And I was like, he was like, now we're going to look at the score of Dunkirk. And I was like, and he was like, does anyone else have examples? And I shot my hand up in the air and I was like, and he was like, yes. And I was like, the truck's in place from Tenet. And he was like, what? And I was like, that's the name of the score. That's the name of the score. I know, right? I freaked out. I was very proud of myself. Yeah.
Also, you peaked like 4 times.
Good. I was getting really excited. It made me really happy. What was the point of me telling that story? Oh, yeah, because we were talking about tension, and I was like, I just want to say I watched a movie, and it's called The Lighthouse, and that movie is all tension, and that made me start thinking about The Lighthouse again, and now I really want to watch it again.
Yeah.
But I'm probably not because Robert Pattinson masturbated in it.
I mean, you know.
You win some, you lose some. That's how
I
it
was,
is.
wow, that's so creepy. I was just about to say that. You
It was
gotta,
pretty weird. On
y-
that note,
there's no movie is perfect.
as perfect, yeah, you're
The end
right.
is, yeah, the end is
Is
worth it.
is the best movie ever made, and Jack's parents
Yeah.
agree heavily.
God. Yeah, my mom and dad love
They definitely
Lighthouse.
didn't say they didn't enjoy watching this artsy fartsy piece of shit.
Exact quote. I love that. Oh my God, this is awesome. I can say that they love the Lighthouse, and they can't stop me.
They can't, yeah. They actually can't. So whenever they listen
Yeah,
to this, they're just gonna be like
they
yelling
can't
at their
defend
phones and be
themselves.
like, "No, we
Yeah,
hated it.
yeah,
It was garbage."
and here we are.
I
They
liked
probably
it.
won't even make it to the end of this podcast.
That makes sense. They'll probably dip after, like, because this is a long one.
Yeah.
That's okay. So other than that, you have any quarrels, Jack?
No.
Oh, nice. Okay, so dude, I completely forgot you have to go see Dune. I should have made this way quicker.
No, I see it at 8:30, so
Oh.
it's not like,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Well,
or
that's
like
okay.
8:50 actually, I think.
Okay, well,
I
I'm
don't have
still
the
gonna go.
money. I
It's what?
cannot afford to see this movie again.
What? You didn't what? I'm confused.
I don't want to pay to see it again.
No, that makes
But
sense. Just watch it on HBO.
I want to do that. I mean, no, I like want to give this movie money, but at the same time, I don't have a lot of money.
Yeah, me too.
But I have to
So you guys should pay
she
us.
wants to see it in theaters.
You know,
So what?
I said you guys should pay us as the audience.
Yeah, oh
Get us money
yeah,
so we can watch
exactly.
movies more.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll be
It's
better at
pay
the
it
podcast. The more
into
movies we watch, the more we can study. The more we'll know. The better the podcast will be.
yeah. You're really influencing directly the podcast and not my computer keyboard addiction.
And not my addiction to door dashing food.
Yeah,
Definitely not.
okay, that one's like heroin.
It really is, dude. Because
It's
like I'm
expensive.
sitting there
It's
and I'm
good.
like, dude, I could really go for some Chipotle right now.
I just called heroin expensive and great. It's a great episode.
It's a great episode.
I'm all over the place.
Okay.
I need a
Okay.
Red Bull. Fuck, I
What?
need a Red Bull.
You don't need a Red Bull. You're already all over the place. Get a Bang.
Make it worse.
Make it
No,
worse.
dude, I can't. Like, drinking a Red Bull makes me. We need to stop.
Yeah, I was just about to say, Jack, come on, man. Save it for next episode. It's okay. What even is next episode? Give me a
I
second.
don't remember. Doesn't matter.
Yes,
We'll
it
figure
does.
it out.
It does matter. We gotta let them know so they want to watch. They'll be like, I have no incentive to watch the episode.
The intense like nonchalantness I shared towards this pod, like the viewers, like they'll
Silence of
fucking
the
figure it out.
Lambs.
I don't
No, they
care.
won't though, because we would not be able to tell them.
I'm
No one
like,
would.
pay me, but I don't give a shit about you.
Eternals comes out in 2 weeks. That's so cool.
Silence of the Lambs. That's what we're watching.
That's next week. Yeah, because it's gonna be we're recording it on Halloween Day.
Yeah.
And we're uploading it the day after
Ooh.
Halloween.
Yeah. Are we recording on Halloween Day? Do we know that?
Well, I mean, if we're able to watch the movie, which hopefully we try really hard. We try every week.
About it later.
Okay, then that's a no.
No, I just mean so I don't exhaust any more on this podcast that I've already.
Okay, yes, that's fine. Okay, so if you want to comment down below on the YouTube side of things. Watch both YouTube and Spotify. We do this every time we make a stupid joke about it, but we don't have time for that right now. So Instagram at Mediak Podcast. You could do things over there, go like stuff and other things, and Twitter at Mediak Zach. All right, bye everyone.
Bye.